Why is Elon Musk the richest person in the world? I saw this video and it was an employee at SpaceX. And he basically said that Elon Musk is so intelligent because he has the ability to talk to different people in different departments of SpaceX and go into like minute details about different things within the context of those fields. He has the ability to do that across multiple fields. And that's what makes him, in part, superhuman and a genius.
What's really remarkable to me is the breadth of his knowledge. I mean, I've met a lot of super smart people, but they're usually super smart on one thing. And he's able to have conversations with our top engineers about the software and the most arcane aspects of that. And then he'll turn to our manufacturing engineers and have discussions about some really esoteric welding process for some crazy alloy. And he'll just go back and forth. And his ability to do that across all the different technologies that go into rockets and cars and everything else he does, that's what really impresses me.
And I think about it and I'm like, no, that's not Elon Musk's skill. Because that is a skill that every entrepreneur has. In any business that you start as an entrepreneur, at least the best entrepreneurs understand everything about the business from start to finish. They might not be the ones executing at everything, but they understand everything in that business. So that is a skill that entrepreneurs have in general. So no, that is not Elon Musk's skill. But why isn't every entrepreneur Elon Musk? When you think about an entrepreneur, right? And one thing before I talk about that, I want to talk about this guy, right? He's obviously working at SpaceX. If I can find what he does at SpaceX, I assume that it's something super specialized, which requires a high level of intelligence, a high level of understanding, probably schooling and all of that. And because a lot of people that come from these specialized fields, they think that because of sometimes specialization can be like, that's where intelligence really lies, right? A neuroscientist, rocket scientist. Rocket science is actually probably the hardest science, right? That is a high level of intelligence, right? That is required in specific units of that, right? But for entrepreneurship, the intelligence is like spread apart. It's different. It's different. So to him, he thinks that because he has this skill and he's not as successful as Elon Musk, well, then Elon Musk must be more intelligent than him. And that's not how it works. He's probably more intelligent than Elon Musk in that respect, right? So that skill that, stating that that's what Elon Musk has as a skill, that's not why he's the richest man in the world. So why are most entrepreneurs not as rich as Elon Musk, or not even close? When you think about the basic entrepreneur, what is their goal? Most people just want to leave their job and be able to provide food for themselves and their families, if they have a family. So most entrepreneurs will leave their job if they understand that there's a, let's say maybe 50 to 70% chance that they're going to make enough money for them to not have to have a 9-to-5, for them to not have to work for their boss and be able to, sustain their basic necessities and maybe even more. And potentially there's a chance that they will become super rich. That is what most entrepreneurs want, the bare minimum. Now, this is where Elon Musk is different. Elon Musk, first of all, I just mentioned that rocket science is probably one of the highest sciences, right? He has chosen to start SpaceX, a rocket technology company, right? He has decided to create that. He's chosen the highest field of science to create a hard industry to crack. So he's even said it in videos, there's like a 1% chance that he's going to succeed. And he understands that. Luckily for him, he has other businesses that make a lot of money that allows him to take such risks with SpaceX. But he's trying to start a business that most likely is not going to make any money. It's a passion project.
In fact, he measures pretty much every major decision by whether or not it brings the day when we have a self-sustainable colony on Mars sooner or later. That's the prism by which he makes every single decision he makes it through that prism.
So what is Elon Musk's skill? Unlike other entrepreneurs who just want to be able to feed themselves, Elon Musk's skill is his hunger.
Well, also the lack of burnout, because he's been doing it at this incredible rate, 16 hours a day for how long?
His whole life, I think.
That's nuts.
I know.
And he's still hungry for it.
I sleep on the couch over there.
So you're just laying here on the couch?
Yeah. Last time I was here, I actually slept literally on the floor because the couch was too narrow.
Yeah, I was going to say. And Elon, I have to say, it's not even a comfortable couch either.
No, it's terrible. This is not a good couch.
His understanding that no matter what, I will succeed. You know that the chance of you succeeding is probably 1%, and you still do that because you believe in it. Well, that's his skill, hunger. And so much so, this is his skill, so much so that this is a man that has sold all his houses, that literally lives on the couch. He sleeps on a couch in Tesla or SpaceX or whichever office. It's not even comfortable. He sleeps on the floor so he can simulate what it feels like to be a hungry man. This is the richest man in the world, simulating the experience of a homeless man so that he can have that drive and that hunger to execute. So his skill is his hunger. That's what makes him different from every other entrepreneur. And I just want to let people understand, because a lot of people love to praise people because they're successful, because they're rich. And that's what capitalism encourages, right? This praising of people because they're so successful, that you start looking at them like they're superhuman.
Well, he's the next stage of humanity.
Yeah.
If people are evolving, he's like looking at us from the next spot. He's like, hey guys, I've got some ideas.
They're not. Nobody is superhuman. We're all humans. We all have the ability to be like an Elon Musk if we had that level of hunger and intelligence and ability and all of that. We all have the ability to do what he does if we had the dedication that he has, if we had the hunger, if we had the willingness to take risks, right? And we have to remember that Elon Musk, he's the kind of person beyond his hunger, and that's just a foundational thing, right, that he has, because there are a lot of people that are hungry and they're on the streets, right? And so it's not just hunger and motivation and all of that. We have to remember that he also has the ability to generate income, a lot of it, because he started young. He created PayPal. He's one of the co-founders of PayPal. Got a huge paycheck when he sold it. So this is someone that understands how to make billions of dollars. That's a big skill. So much so that he's willing to risk his livelihood. He doesn't even have a house, but I bet you he has 7 children. I bet you each one of his kids is going to be taken care of no matter what. He probably has a fund that's set aside for his kids to ensure that it can raise his children, and not only just raise his children, but ensure that they have a good footing in society moving forward, right? To be able to propel or build themselves the way they want to in their life. And he has 7 kids. He probably has that down for his children. So his children are taken care of. But he doesn't necessarily take care of himself in this, he's sleeping on the floor. I don't know how that's a good thing. And he's willing to risk his life, his livelihood for his dreams, for his ambition, for what he wants to make or create in the world. This is somebody that's trying to send rockets to Mars. This is somebody that's trying to, change the world, and he's changing the world in so many ways. I've seen so many people bash him and say they don't understand what it is about Elon Musk. Why does everyone keep talking about Elon Musk? But if you ask me, I think he's a genius. I think he's a very, very intelligent individual who has accomplished a lot, and he's an inspiration. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all the above. My name is Kenim, and see you next time. A peace. We've just launched mintedculture.com, a way for you to engage with all our content across social media. I know you guys are used to seeing Brand Video Pro content, but I have other channels. I have the Kenim O show, which is it's a channel more about relationships, dating, modern culture, all the stuff that you saw me posting on this channel about the red pill, about modern dating, about modern culture, all my cultural essays. I've moved them to that channel. This channel, I'm going to stay focused on having this dynamic discussions about trending topics in media, entertainment, music, etc. So I'm going to keep, and Web3, all of that. So this channel is going to be hyper focused on this, but I've moved all my content about, like I said, all that content is going to go on the Kenim O show. So go follow that channel. And definitely you could go to mintedculture.com, where I'm going to be posting all my videos from all my platforms on that website every single day. Then I also have Stream OVG Business, which is a channel more focused on business, entrepreneurship, making money, personal finances, and business opportunities. So go check that out too. And then of course there's Stream OVG about Black history, business, politics, and culture. So all of these different platforms are highlighted on mintedculture.com. So be sure to go check out mintedculture.com.